Hey everyone, welcome to Nutz About Cars at Home. So since my last video that I posted on that desk extension that I purchased, I had a small incident happen around the house. My wife slipped and on the steps going down to the basement, and she broke her ankle. So trying to figure out how best to move around. She doesn't do well with the crutches. You would think she'd just fly around on those things, but yeah, she just can't seem to manage them. So our neighbor borrowed us a walker, and that moves along pretty good, but she needed something that she could move along easier, and she does want to go to work as soon as next week, and her surgery is not going to be for another 10 days, and trying to figure out what we can use to get her to move around. So what we did is, I'll put it up here, we bought this knee scooter that you put your knee on it and kind of roll around with your knee on it, or you can sit on it. It's got a stand to put your bad leg up on, and then just kind of cart yourself around that way. And today I'm going to put it together, and so I'm basically just going to record myself assembling it, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what this actually looks like. Oh, what do we got in there? Yeah, we got an owner's manual. Looks like a carry pouch. Alright, well, I'll pull the parts up, but it looks like it's even got stickers. So, alright, very good. And I'm sure you guys don't want to look at the inside of my garbage can. But that's one thing. These put together things are very well engineered these days. And, but it does produce a lot of garbage though, right? So here it looks like we got a couple of wrenches, some Allen wrenches, a couple of open end wrenches, some nuts and bolts. I always like to just kind of take it apart. Where's my cutters? I want to know what's there, what I have, what I got to work with. I like to get familiar with the components. It's just the way my brain works. And try to stay on top of the garbage. First of all, it makes it safer when you're working with tools and knives, just to make sure you got as much clutter out of the way as possible. Oh, this is connected to something else. Well, anyways, here's the handles with the brakes. A wheel. Oh, I know what this is. This is the leg rest. I think this goes down on the frame somewhere and you can put your leg up on it. Cool. Packed really well. I mean, this is some really heavy duty foam. Oh, more wheels. Nice rubber. Non-pneumatic. Just a hard rubber wheel. Looks like some nice bearings in there too. I like what I see so far. This looks like possibly a seat post. And I think this thing is good to 350 pounds, but we'll have to look in at the specs. This is the seat. I really have a lot of respect for companies that go through the effort of doing a nice job of packaging this stuff. You know, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this stuff is all made overseas, or most of it's made overseas. But you know, if you're gonna spend your hard-earned money on it, it's always nice when it comes without dents and scratches. Long ways off from 20, 25 years ago. It was kind of hit or miss when you were unpacking stuff. Alright, this looks like it's part of the frame. Well, this company definitely loves to use zip ties on everything. Whenever you stop using the blade, draw it in. You never know when you're going to bump into it, and that stuff is sharp. You get caught, so get caught on it, and yuck, it hurts. Yeah, this almost looks like a bottom of a bike frame, which essentially it's what I'm buying here, or what I bought is a bike frame. Huh. Neat. What is this for? Oh, I can't wait to put this thing together. It looks kind of nice. Too bad the reason we had to get it wasn't so nice, though. Another wheel, so that makes 4. I don't expect any more wheels. Alright, let's see what we got here now. I don't think this was... Alright, well, I think that's it. We got everything out of there. Slide that out of the way for now, and then we'll end up throwing our garbage in there and throwing it away. Wow. These knives are really sharp, so that's why I'm always trying to be ultra careful with it. I always make sure to try to cut away from me. Actually, I shouldn't have kicked that box away from me. I can use it. So I haven't even gotten into the instructions yet, but one thing I know for sure is that we're going to be putting it together, so not to repeat myself, but I do like looking at what I got to work with first. And be careful, folks, because some of these things will pinch your fingers, and that'll hurt. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, there's a lot of pieces, but it doesn't look... I could honestly probably put it together without looking at the instructions, but I better look at the instructions. Actually, that bag of equipment isn't really that big, so it's probably not as much to put together as it looks. All right, let's see. So I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. FVZZIN Knee Scooter. And their slogan is, "Be free to move." I like that. Oh, weight capacity is 300 pounds. So I would just barely tip the scales being over. The unit itself weighs 24 pounds. The little storage thing will hold 11 pounds. Which is probably not enough for my wife's purse. That thing, you hit somebody with it, you'll knock them out. The frame is out of iron. The seat material is Cortex and sponge. Alright, so we looked at all the parts. Step 1, front wheel body assembly. Oh my god, these are terrible. Oh my god, these are terrible. Wow. I mean, they just give you these little photographs here. But it's a guide, so I'll get it done. Lift the front bar till straight up, secure it with the locking lever. Is this the front bar? Let's see if this is what they're talking about. Oh, okay. So, it says here, lift the front bar. I think it's this. So I think what I want you to do is stick that in there. And then I guess we just tighten this up. Well, I don't know which way to tighten it up. That could be a problem. But I'm thinking it's got to go with the... It's got like a cam on it, so okay. Well, we lifted it up and we latched it in. Rotate the locking lever to adjust the tightness of the locking mechanism. After adjusting properly, secure the locking lever downward. Okay, so they got it upside down. So I think what we can probably do... Ow, just hit myself in the nose. That was not nice. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. And now, flip it over. Okay. Starting to look like a bicycle. Yes, it do. You know what? I'm figuring it out. This is the bottom. Okay. All right. Okay. Step 2. Front and rear wheel installation. That's easy enough. All right. So, what do we think the wheels are attached with? It looks like they're just Allen head screws. Thin head. It's gotta be these. That seems a little excessive for a wheel. But there's 4 of them. Well, let's see. That's gotta be it. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Whoop. Whoopsie. I actually don't even think I'm going to need... Well, 2 of these have an extra washer and 2 don't. Why is that? Let me show you guys. I got two of them that look like this. See that one washer? I don't know, can you see that? Can you see the one washer? Yeah. This one has two washers and a locker. And the other two are just like that. So which one goes where? Install the wheels. Front wheel with the front wheel screw. Oh my god, it doesn't even show it. Now let's see. Usually they give you a little picture of the tools, or the parts. Okay, hold on, let's see. Four bolts. God, I hate it when they do this. So we definitely got four bolts. Spacers. But who gets the spacer? And does the locking nut go on the front or the back? Or the lock washer is what I'm trying to say. Install the wheels and front wheel body with the front wheel screw 2 and 3. You know what? It looks like the front wheel gets that, and then install the wheels of the rear body 1, 2, and 3. So the front wheel doesn't get the extra spacer. So if the front wheel doesn't get the extra spacer, then if it doesn't get the then these got to be the back wheels, because they were already installed with the spacer on it. Well, it's a guessing game, but at the end of the day, we can always take it apart to fix it. One, 2, and 6. So we have 2 spacers, and who gets the spacer? Install the front wheels bodies at 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, which is the front. The front does not get the spacer. Okay, so that tells me then, not through the instructions, but by just trying the basic deduction, let me put the screw on here. Yeah, I don't like it when you gotta guess like that, but since this, for some reason, the front doesn't get that extra spacer, and the spacer was already installed on one of the screws with only the flat washer and not the lock washer, I'm just going to assume that it doesn't require it. Can't imagine why it wouldn't. I mean, there's no drive wheels on this thing. I can't imagine why there'd be a difference. But, oh. We shall see. Remember, these are wheels, so I wouldn't. And there's wheel bearings, but if you go too tight, it tightens them up too much. So it could be that's why we're using the lock washer, so we don't impact how these things are going to roll. So I'm going to back off just a little bit. Maybe, and that could be why. So the lock washer keeps enough tension on it so it doesn't roll away. See? Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that works. So remember the front wheels, looks like the front wheels get that extra lock washer that's in the package. So now the lock washer is compressed, the wheel is locked in, back it off. Well, that's gotta be it. I might put a little of the Loctite on it, but okay. Front wheel installed. Now, it wants us to install the back wheel. Alright, back wheels get the space on. And where does the spacer go? Oh, I wonder if the spacer... No. See if they show us the position of the spacer. Does it go inboard or outboard? I'm almost thinking if they put a spacer on there, it has to be inboard, right? Nope, spacer's on the outside. Install the wheels and everything. No, that is the inboard side because the wrench is on the outside. Okay. Now I feel a little better. That actually makes sense. Okay. So this spacer, no, it's not plastic. It's like, no, it is plastic. So you guys can see the wheel, put the bolt through it, then you put the spacer on, and then they give you no spare parts in this kit. So yeah, so the spacer is to keep the wheel away from the frame. So going inboard makes sense. Not sure where the outside, the front is different, but it is. But with that spacer, I can actually tighten this and not having to worry about the wheel not rolling. Yeah, see, that's nice actually. I can actually tighten it down good. Okay. Okay, one down, one to go. Another town, do one more show. Alright. Grab the last wheel. So there's no inboard or outboard on the wheel itself, so it doesn't matter which side is facing inward and which side is facing outward. At the end of the day, this is what it should look like. Got your bolt going through the wheel, and then your spacer on the other end. Alright. Coming together actually pretty nicely. And I have a feeling now we're going to probably have to put the two sides together. See how I tighten this one up, but it doesn't impact how the wheels are rolling. That's what the spacer does. So the front, they give you a locking washer so you can back off and it'll keep spinning. Alright, now we got all four wheels on. Terrible, terrible, terrible instructions. Okay, so now we put the main frame together. Okay. That's easy enough. What is this in here? There's paper in there. Why would they do that? Some guy working on the line shoving his drugs in here or what? Nope. Nope. It's just paper. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, now something's got to attach it permanently, right? Okay, that's what the other two bolts are for. Yeah, this is actually going together very easily. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to lift this up on this box that it came in. I'll put it on top of here so at least you guys can see what it looks like. Just flip it upside down here. Oh yeah, nice. It basically just rolled away here. Now that it's got wheels, it just wants to move. Don't blame it. I'd be the same way. I think what I gotta do here is, so here's what we're doing, folks. We're just putting this together. Slides right together, just like that. And now these two bolts, I'll show them to you. So I'm basically putting the two halves of the bike together, of the scooter. Comes with these two kind of bolts. And it's actually kind of nice. Actually, I almost wonder. Nope, I don't think it's these two bolts. I think it's these two bolts. They don't give you a legend for the different tools. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's definitely these two. So it's not the smaller ones. These are the bigger ones that need to be installed. One in one direction, one in the other. And then they make it easy enough with these nice big star nuts. Go ahead. If you can bring it to me, that'd be great. Thank you.
And I got you for my okay?
Okay, we'll just let me know what you're doing. I'll send you mine. Okay. Alright, thanks, Ada.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Thank you. Yeah, bring them in there. Can you shut the door for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him out and I'll close it.
Alright folks, this is what it looks like. I just installed these two nuts with plastic they look like a starfish. This is the wrench that it comes with. My daughter brought me some coffee from one of my favorite places, 7 Brew. Oh, I really needed that. 7 Brew and my 7 Up. Alright, so I'm going to put this up on my lap. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys can see me. Now that I got my fillet of fish. Well, one of these has to fit. There we go. Not as good as I wanted, but I'm going to tighten it because once it's together, there's probably no need for it to come apart. Nice and snug. I don't like that. It's too. Here we go. This is better. There we go. So far, so good. Lifting lever. What is the lifting lever? It's got to be this, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So I need to install the lifting lever. Install it. Is it just a screw? Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. Really? This is it? No. Well, apparently. It's like a clamp setup almost. I think I'm going to use my drill on this one. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here, but you can see that I just installed that, the handle, alright, I'm actually going to need that little Allen wrench that fell. There she is. Yeah, next time when I record, I think the way the background is, you guys have a hard time seeing what I'm doing, but I'm learning as I go along. So I appreciate the patience that you guys show with me. Okay, looks like that's tight. This is tight. This is tight. I still got an extra. Oh, the seat's gotta need another one of those. Okay. I was gonna say I got extra parts here and I shouldn't. Tighten it with the installation tool. We did that. Now it's time to put the seat in. Okay. Oh, seat's back here. The seat. Nice spongy seat. For your knee or your butt, I guess. Same concept on here. Let me see here. This looks like it's the last hard install part. And then we got monkey stickers. Not sure why we got monkey or gorilla, I don't know, whatever they are. Is that the emblem of this company? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright. Actually it's coming together pretty damn good. I think all that's left now is the basket and the footrest. Let's see. So the instructions are, these are probably some of the poorest instructions I've seen in a while. it doesn't really break it down. But it looks like there's some QR codes. If you're an Amazon customer or YouTube, it looks like there's a lot of resources for you to scan it in. Okay, the next thing it wants you to do is install the footrest piece. Alright, and I think this is basically just, there's no adjustment, it's just one of these. There's a hole in the pipe and you just snap it in there. I don't know if it goes on the inside or outside, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright. Wow. Looks like the last thing left is this. Nice little basket. And the basket, there's no bolts for that. You just slide it in. There we go. Okay, now, where do I attach this stuff? So I don't know if I should put this here. Yeah, maybe here. Makes sense that we put it here. Then I think there's one on the bottom. I think I'll put it right here. Really just snaps into place, so there's really not a whole lot going on there. All right, so folks, this is it. The FVZZIN Knee Scooter, which is also, you can sit on it. Let me see if I can get you a better view of it. As you can see, it's got a nice basket here. That just kind of fits into a slot, so I need to... There we go. Alright, as you can see, it's got a footrest if you choose to sit on it. It's got a nice handbrake action. Both sides, when you squeeze the handbrake, it moves. It just basically friction blocks against the tread. You guys can see that. Nice seat. Not very wide. Probably really good for in the house. The handlebars adjust here, and the seat adjusts the same way. Right over there. Pretty easy installation. All I really needed was the Allen wrench and an open end, and they supplied all of it. So, as you can see from the video, it wasn't a tough put together, even for a guy with a bad hip and a super sore back and a bad knee. I mean, I'm in bad shape. But this is for my wife, and she's like 105 pounds, so she could probably fly around on this thing. So, if you guys like it, it would help out my channel. I have Nutz About Cars at Home, which is where you'll be seeing this video on, and then I have Nutz About Cars Storytellers, where it's fiction and reality stories that I put together, and then my flagship, which is Nutz About Cars. I have a car collection that I enjoy sharing with the public, and things that I do to save money, or get parts on the cheap, or just restore them, bring them back to life. So I've been doing rescues probably my whole life, or at least since my senior year in high school, and I'm at the end of my 50s here, about to turn 60. So been doing it for a long time, and never had a lot of money where I could just do what some of the guys that I know and respect they're able to do and just spend tons of money. I've always been on a budget, and now kind of looking back, I learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun, and I think you learn to appreciate things a lot more. So I guess what I'm saying is if you're interested in buying something like this or you need it, please use the link down below and purchase it through the link. Doesn't cost you any extra, but I do get a little bit of a commission on it, and I'd appreciate it. I don't even know how much, because I don't think I've ever actually had one happen. So, but if this is something that you like, if you have any questions, you want to follow up with me, shoot me a comment, and I'll let you know how she liked it. All right. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.